One of the most challenging calls many members of the law enforcement community will tell you is showing up at a call for a domestic violence dispute. And that is a guy with a badge, firearm, and infinite backup. Here's a case of a Lyft driver showing up to a scene with domestic violence in tow.
Well, now at 5, a Raleigh Lyft driver is recovering after he was stabbed in the face. Police say the driver was trying to pick up a woman on Sarver Court overnight when he witnessed a domestic assault in the driveway and tried to intervene. Police say that's when Toussaint Parks attacked the driver. Parks has since been charged with assault with a deadly weapon.
Stabbed in the face. Wow. Now, fortunately for this Lyft driver, they're suggesting that he's not facing any life-threatening injuries. The assailant, Toussaint Parks or something his name is, he is being charged, I believe, with assault with a deadly weapon. Hell, stabbing somebody in the face should qualify as attempted murder. However, we're going to talk about the case because there is no doubt, no denying, this Lyft driver did a hell of a lot of things wrong that no one should engage in. Now, he was going to pick up a woman, according to the story. This was just before 2 in the morning, and he was showing up to pick up a female passenger. Now, your humble correspondent, yours truly, I'm not a fan of doing wee hours of the morning rideshare. You don't get paid anything more, and if there is something bad gonna happen, it's generally these hours. Certainly when it comes to carjackings, being robbed and things like that, for some strange reason, criminals love the night. But this is a domestic violence dispute. This could happen any time of the day, any hour on the clock. In this case, the driver showed up to pick up a female passenger that had summoned him. And when he pulled into the driveway, he saw a domestic dispute taking place. You got two folks engaged in, I suppose, an altercation or something. The Lyft driver got out of his vehicle. That is a huge mistake. Got out of his vehicle to attempt to break up the melee, and that's when the male stabbed him in the face. Now, the issue I have, obviously getting out of your vehicle to get involved in altercations now puts you in the altercation. Anytime you break up a fight, you become potentially part of that fight. So understand that. And when it comes to domestic violence disputes, one reason why law enforcement do not like them is because you are trying to break up a fight between two people that often have a relationship, sometimes a loving relationship. So if you get the better hand of either one of them, let's say, for instance, the guy is beating the hell out of a woman, you break it up and now you're beating the hell out of the guy or restraining the guy, the female may believe you are going too far and start trying to beat your ass. So now both of the parties have teamed up against you. That's why police do not like getting involved in domestic violence disputes. Also, in the case of police, it could be other family members in the home, and before you know it, you're taking on a whole damn family at once. So these are very challenging calls, even for law enforcement. The hell a Lyft driver is going to get involved in this makes no damn sense at all. Also, keep in mind, and I say this often for my chivalrous males, my guys who definitely are going to try to protect a damsel in distress any day, any time. There are no shortage of good men either serving time in prison or pushing up daisies for trying to defend the honor of a woman that did not deserve it. In modern times, women start fights just as much as men do. So do not ever assume just because a female is in a fight with a guy that the guy is the aggressor. Women start fights all the time. You gambled out the rent money. I caught you cheating on me. Maybe I just don't like the way you're talking to me, and a woman decides to hit the guy. So the era of assuming that a female fighting a man is a situation of male aggressor, female victim has gone. That time is over with. There are plenty of smaller, often biologically weaker females that attack men all the time. And then when the fight starts not going in their favor, they summon police, or they happen to encounter someone like this Lyft driver that steps in and tries to defend them or break up the fight. I say it all the time. You will never see a rabbit attack a lion and then expect the lion to show restraint. That it doesn't work in the animal kingdom like that, but somehow when it comes to man versus women, the woman can attack the guy all day, every day, and it is up to the guy to realize she's smaller and he should show restraint. There should be accountability on both sides. If you are a weaker opponent, you should know not to attack somebody bigger and stronger. I don't know if that's what took place here, but I do know it is not smart or advisable for anyone to get involved in a domestic violence case. I understand you want to be a good Samaritan. I understand you may have a chivalrous heart, but you could also get stabbed in the face, which is what took place here. So don't ever get out of your car to try to break something up. I suppose if you see an infant running down the street, you know, heading towards traffic, yeah, that makes sense. But getting involved in fights at 2 a.m., you're just kind of asking for it at that point. You're just really kind of asking for it at that point. Fortunately for this Lyft driver, he didn't lose his life in the process, but you don't know what people are in possession of or how deep the anger is when you try to get in a fight like this. Nevertheless, this happened in Raleigh, North Carolina, but it could happen anywhere. Just a quick lesson learned for this Lyft driver, and hopefully for you. As always, it's your boy Tim. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.